Welcome back. Of course, we did hear earlier from the family of Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi that the funeral for the President Emeritus of the IFP will be held on Saturday this week. This is to accommodate the declaration of the Special Official Funeral 1 category that was announced by President Cyril Ramaphosa this morning. The family held a media briefing earlier declaring some of the arrangements for the funeral. But let's take the story forward now, just to really get some analysis on what the greater leadership of the amaZulu nation is saying in the run-up to the funeral, of course, of the Prime Minister of the amaZulu nation. And we're going to now have a very important discussion with a guest that joins us live all the way from KwaZulu-Natal at a busy time when we're seeing preparations taking place for the funeral. We are now joined by Prince Mbonisi KaBhekuzulu. He's, of course, the senior royal prince for the amaZulu nation, a younger brother as well to the late King Zwelithini, and spokesperson and representative of the royal family. His Royal Highness, good morning. Thank you so much for giving us your time at what I can imagine a very difficult period for the family.
Of course. Thank you very much for having us as the member of the royal family for the passing on of the late Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi, which is our uncle in the language of today, umalume wethu, and is a grandfather to the king's children. Indeed, it is a sad day and a sad time for us as the members of the royal family. We appreciate the opportunity that's given to us to express our condolences of the passing of. I don't know if you're still with me.
I'm still with you. I'm still with you, Your Highness. Thank you so much for that response. I want to start a little bit with, in the run-up to the funeral, what you as the royal family make of the arrangements as they sit right now, and really what you'd like to see take place as well as we get closer and closer to Saturday when we will be laying the Prime Minister of the amaZulu nation to rest.
If I can tell the whole world the affection that we have, unfortunately, it is hard time for us to express our sincere condolences to the nation because of losing the main man which was playing a big role amongst the kings that he has served as a traditional prime minister. So for us, it gives us an opportunity to express how we feel by you giving us opportunity to tell the nation and feed the nation with what has happened. Fortunately for us, yesterday, the whole royal family members, including the prince, the late king, his siblings, and part of the late king, Zwelithini, and other members of the royal house with their heads, just to pay our respects and say condolences to the family of Buthelezi, because we are part of the family. So we had to come and mourn to the family first before the nation. So it has been a sad day, although we remind him as a great man who used to upset the kings that passed on. My father, late King and King Zwelithini. As of today we still respect advice to the kings and to the royal family. So it's a sad time for us and to the nation as well. So they are the ones that in amaKhosi as well felt the same way. We are not in the same place where we used to be, where we had ideas how the traditional things were done.
Yeah.
Because as a senior member of amaKhosi, it's a great contribution to the nation.
And when we talk about the contribution that he made to the nation, I think it's very difficult for us to ignore just some of the challenges that we had even in the inserting of the kingship of King Misuzulu. I mean, I'm keen to hear your view on just the role that the Prime Minister played really in I suppose, solidifying the leadership of the amaZulu nation. And perhaps as you answer that question, maybe you can talk to us about what the greatest lesson that you think we can take from Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi's life. What is that lesson that we take from it?
As one of the members of the royal family, I had to be around certain times when the late king was coronated. He played a big role, also assisting the nation to how we handle things when someone has been taken from amongst his children to take the throne. So he had a great role that he played in advising those senior members of the royal family at the time. But now, as we are in this era of communicating about the throne, it's difficult for us because now he has passed on. So we have to sit down as the royal family and discuss the way forward, how the throne has to be taken care of.
Yeah. I mean, what do those discussions then look like? And I know that this is a difficult question to ask as well from, at this time where we start to even think about succession. But the reality is, over the past few years, the nation of amaZulu has lost so many leaders, from your older brother, the late king, his wife, and now, of course, the prime minister. I mean, what kind of discussions are you then having within the royal family, particularly from a succession point of view? I mean, what does the prime minister of the amaZulu nation look like moving forward?
Losing someone like Mangosuthu Buthelezi and uncle to us, it's difficult to discuss these things because we need to sit down as the family and play around who's going to take his position as the traditional prime minister, and also to talk about the succession. So we'll try by all means as members of the royal family, and it's a big family that will take decisions who has to take the throne, and then we'll let the public know.
Your Highness, before I let you go, one final question, and that is, as we get closer to the funeral, now we know it's Saturday, the memorial service for Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi taking place tomorrow. Is the amaZulu nation and the royal family particularly going into this difficult time holding a united front?
The last word that we have said, it's what we're looking for uniting the royal family and uniting the nation as amaZulu, because we are looking forward to the leadership of Inkosi that will sit under big shoes that was set by King Zwelithini and his father. So we're looking forward. It's a difficult time for us to explain how we feel, who's going to close the gap. So as the family will sit down and inform the nation, this is what we have decided. This is how it has to go.
Yeah. And thank you so much for giving us your time. I know that this isn't an easy time for you to be able to avail yourself, so we do really appreciate it. That there, Prince Mbonisi KaBhekuzulu, he's of course a senior royal prince from King Bhekuzulu, and the younger brother to the late King Zwelithini. He's also spokesperson and representative of the royal family.